Title: Forged in Fire, The Story of America's Gun Factories. Fade in, XT, Industrial Complex. Day. A sprawling factory stands tall, surrounded by smokestacks and loading docks. The sound of machinery hums in the background. A narrator begins. Narrator, VO. For centuries, the heart of American firearms manufacturing has pulsed in factories like this: massive machines, skilled workers, and a legacy that shapes history. Act 1: Origins and Legacy int Early Gun Workshop. 1770s. An artisan meticulously files a musket barrel. Narrator, VO. Before industrialization, guns were handcrafted by master gunsmiths. Each piece was unique, slow to make, but essential for the frontier and military. Montage: blacksmiths forging barrels, flintlock rifles being assembled, a colonial soldier loading a musket. Narrator, VO. Then came the Industrial Revolution, and with it, the birth of America's first major gun factories: Colt, Remington, Smith, and Wesson. These names would become legends. Interview: Historian. The transition from handcrafted muskets to mass production changed the course of warfare and personal defense forever. Factories enabled standardization, making firearms more reliable and widely available. EXT, Factory Town, 1800s. Workers arrive at a bustling factory. Steam billows from smokestacks. Narrator, VO. Entire towns sprang up around gun factories, providing jobs and shaping local economies. But with progress came ethical dilemmas. Who should have access to these weapons? Act 2: The Modern Gun Factory int Assembly Line. Present-day rows of CNC machines cut steel, robotic arms assemble pistols, workers inspect components. Narrator, VO. Today's gun factories are marvels of engineering. Precision machining has replaced handcrafting, but the craftsmanship remains. Interview: Factory Engineer. We work within microns of accuracy. Every firearm must meet strict safety and performance standards before leaving our facility. Montage: gun barrels being rifled, polymer frames being molded, quality control testing in firing ranges. Narrator, VO. Millions of firearms roll off the production line each year, feeding law enforcement, the military, and civilian markets. Interview: Assembly worker. I've worked in this factory for 20 years. Every gun I assemble, I treat as if my own family might rely on it one day. Act 3: Impact and Controversy int Newsroom. Montage of headlines. Gun industry booms amidst debate. Legislation challenges firearm manufacturing. U.S. gun exports reach new heights. Narrator, VO. With production comes responsibility. The gun industry walks a fine line between constitutional rights, commerce, and public safety. Interview: Industry Executive. We follow federal regulations to the letter, but ultimately, the responsibility of firearm use lies with the end user. Interview: Gun control. Advocate. Mass production means mass availability. That's a conversation we need to have as a society. EXT Rally. Day protesters hold signs both for and against gun control. Narrator, VO. The debate over firearm manufacturing is as old as the industry itself. Some see it as a right, others as a risk. Act 4: The Future of Gun Manufacturing int R&D Lab. Futuristic machinery. Engineers work on 3D printed firearm prototypes. Smart guns with biometric locks are tested. Narrator, VO. The next evolution is already here. From polymer innovations to AI-enhanced safety features, the industry continues to evolve. Interview: Technology expert. We're on the cusp of safer, smarter firearms. The challenge is integrating these technologies without compromising performance. Montage: military testing next-gen weapons, a hunter using a precision rifle, a police officer inspecting a duty pistol. Narrator, VO. Guns have shaped America's past and will undoubtedly shape its future. But the story of gun factories is not just about steel and fire, it's about the people, policies, and purpose behind them. EXT, Sunset over Factory, Evening. The factory stands silhouetted against the setting sun, its smokestack still rising into the sky. Narrator, VO. The hands that forge these weapons may never fire them, but they craft the tools that shape history. Fade to black.